So there are different sources of bank funds, starting from the deposits, starting from the contribution made by the RBI and various other sources. So based on those sources, what RBI gets, that RBI will give loans and advances to the customers. So we need to know what are the important sources of bank fund for RBI and the different banks. The sources of the bank fund is classified into two different types. First is bank's own fund, and then second is borrowed fund. Right, the bank which they are investing its own fund, it may be equity capital, it may be paid up capital. Right, again in equity capital, paid up capital and called up capital, whether it is the own fund, and borrowed fund which is taken from the outside sources, which is not directly collected from bank, or it is not their own fund, it is collected from the outsider. So such sources are also very important to study. So if you see the history of the bank or the introduction of the bank, we have seen is a bank is an institution which what they do is they accept the deposits in the various types, and with that same deposits they will lend the loan, and after lending the loan they will recover the loan from the customers, and in return what they get, that will be either a surplus or a deficit, because return they will charge more amount advances if they are giving to the customers. So more than the advance is given they will collect. So the excess amount what they get, they call it as surplus or interest. Suppose if they are unable to collect money, in some cases what happens, where the customers won't pay money, they become insolvent or they become bankrupt. In that case they get a deficit or they get losses in some cases also. So there are various sources, as I told, two important sources which are classified. So first is bank's own fund, and second is bank's borrowed fund. Depending on the need, bank will collect. Sometime it requires huge capital investment. Sometime it requires the huge loan or huge amount has to be given to the customers. In that case, the own fund will come or a borrowed fund will come, depending on the needs, depending on the types of the loan which it wants to give, depending on the time or a period of loan which they are going to give to the customers. Based on that, the bank will decide about which particular source bank is going to select, or which particular source from where they are going to collect the funds. So as I've told you, the first important source is bank's own fund. In that, paid up capital. Right, what is the total amount of paid up capital of a bank? All right, when the bank has prepared their memorandum of association, and the amount mentioned in the memorandum of association, out of that bank will collect some amount of money, and the amount which is paid by the share capital or the shareholders, the particular amount we call that as paid up capital, and such amount of money is bank's owned fund, that is not borrowed fund, because the shareholders are ultimately treated as the part owner of the company or even the institutions. So those are called as the paid up capital, or those are owned fund. Again in owned fund, the further capital is divided in two types: paid up capital and subscribed capital also. Right, if the bank has received the capital from the shareholders, amount from the shareholders, such amount is called as paid up capital. If the people have subscribed but the amount has not fully paid, out of some lakh or crore rupees, some amount is still pending or which is not paid, or the people have just subscribed, some of this amount is unpaid. In that case also we call that as a capital, and it is also one of the important source of bank's own fund. Right, this is the first important source. Next comes reserve fund. Right, sometimes instead of going for capital, whether it is a paid up capital or called up capital, bank will go for some other sources, that is reserve fund. Every year in the month of March, bank will calculate the profit, or bank will calculate their financial statements. In financial statements, they will come to know that this much of crores of profit bank has got, and those profit will be distributed to the shareholders, will be distributed to the different interested parties who have invested in the bank, right, given tax. And if any amount is surplus still remaining, if bank wants, they can transfer the amount to reserve also. Now the reserve fund, when it is balance is remaining, from that reserve fund bank can utilize in the future, and that is a very important source of revenue for a bank. And see, the reserve fund is important because it will cost very less to a bank. If you go for the cost of capital or the paid up capital, there you have to spend money. That means bank has to spend money to get that desired amount of capital. But here, because money is already there with you, right, which has been separated from your profit and kept aside, which is already there with you, so the bank no need to do a lot of cost. They don't have to spend money on it, so it will cost very less. Reserve fund is a very important source. Then third comes profit. The third internal source, or the source a bank which they can connect by their own, is profit. Here in profit, what happens, instead of distributing the profit to the interested parties, to the shareholders, to the management, right, or to the interested parties, what bank can do is they can utilize that profit once again, right? They can convert that profit into investments, right? They can make that profit as one of the important source. This will come when the bank is really in need of some funds. And profit, it can be converted when, if it is not paid within a time, it becomes accumulated profits. And when accumulated profit increases, that will be added to your working capital, right? So here profit is also one of the important source. If you don't pay the profit to the shareholders, the declaration of dividend is not done, or if you don't pay profit to the management or owner, right, then in that case profit can be converted as the important source of the fund for bank. Now there are certain borrowed funds. These three important sources are, just now we saw, was the bank's own fund. Here bank will not have to give more cost on the capital, more cost, they don't have to incur more cost, whether it is paid up capital, because in paid up capital, as it is similar to that of a cost of equity, they will spend very less amount. Then comes reserve fund. It is the part of the profit which has been saved by the bank for the future contingencies. Now they are in need of money, they will withdraw, or they will take all the money out of the reserves, so it will cost very less for them. Similarly profit, they have got a profit, instead of distributing the dividend or declaring the dividend, they will not declare or distribute the dividend, but they will reutilize that profit as investments. So these are banks owned fund. They are not going and asking for some outsiders, they are taking the help. This is like self help, or with their own money they are investing it and they are utilizing it. Third is borrowed funds, right? In borrowed funds, when they are their funds are shortage, or when they don't have enough amount of fund, when own funds are not sufficient to meet their capital requirement, then the bank has to go for some other important outside sources. So those are called as borrowed funds, right? The first important borrowed fund is borrowing from central bank, right? Every commercial bank or the private bank or cooperative bank, when they are not having sufficient amount of funds which they can borrow from the internal sources or their own fund, they will go and borrow from central bank. That is the first option available in borrowed funds, right? Central bank will provide loans to the all bank, because we have seen in functions of in functions of RBI, there is one function which is said as bankers bank. Whenever a banker is in need of money, the banker or a banks will go and ask money to RBI. RBI will charge some interest and they will provide loan to the commercial banks. Similarly, here it is very important source where in case of emergency or in time of emergency we can call, where they need immediate capital requirement or where there is a immediate money requirement for the commercial banks, immediate help is required. In that case, these all commercial bank will face towards or will go and ask the money to central bank. Central bank will give them money or they will fulfill their capital requirement. So this is the first important source which we call as borrowing from central bank. Then comes the second other source of borrowed fund is other sources, right? Instead of going to RBI, they will go for some other sources. There, it is called as bank also raises funds by issuing bonds, debentures, certificates, etc. Though it is not common, but is a dependable source of borrowings. Instead of going to RBI, bank what they do is they will issue bonds, right? Bonds. They will issue the debentures, means they will take unsecured creditors from the customers. They will issue cash certificates, means people will deposit cash, they can get cash certificate in return with a higher rate of interest. They can get bound and the customers will pay money to the bank. So such all options are also available, but this is not quite common because people won't believe very easily. They don't invest very easily with the bank. So even if they are doing this, they can get shortage of money, right? Shortage of money, short money, and even short money, that too it takes more time because every customer will not be investing more amount of money. Somebody may be investing just 1,000 rupees, 100 rupees, or 10,000 rupees, 1 lakh rupees. So if the capital requirement is huge, the collection requires more number of time. So the first option is better, where you go for the central bank. Third is deposits. This is very much important source of all the commercial bank. Right? Very, very important source. What bank does is they collect the deposit from those who have excess money, and see deposit rate of interest is very less. If you get a deposit or if you are doing any deposit in any bank, even if it is fixed deposit, right? In all the three types of deposits, fixed deposit will give you the highest rate of interest, right? It may be around 9%, maximum 10% in some bank. So 10% is maximum interest on deposits, fixed deposit, that too. But on loan, they are charging 15%, 16%, 19% interest. So what bank does is, it is a powerful source of funds for a bank. So here there are three deposits, important deposits: current deposits, saving deposits, and time deposits, which is called as fixed deposits. So what bank do? Bank will create a literacy among the people. They will educate the people that saving is good, investment is good, and they will try to create a saving habits in the minds of the people. And due to the savings and investment of the people in the bank will get lot of funds. With those funds, bank will start providing you loans and advances, right? So this is very much important source. The very much important because, see, if they go for the other sources, it will cost more for the bank. They have to pay, suppose if they have taken loan from central bank, for central bank they have to pay higher rate of interest. But if they are taking deposit from the customers, they have to pay less amount of interest on deposits, maybe just maximum 9 or 10%. So which will cost very less to a bank. Then what are the factors which will determine the cost of sourcing of bank funds? If a bank wants to provide the select a particular source, what are the factors bank is seeing which should be present in the source of funds? The first is cost of the funds. As I have told you, how much that fund is costing for a bank. They will calculate cost of the fund. Like when a company wants to know what source is more feasible, they will go for either cost of equity, cost of debt, cost of preference shares. Right? Similarly here, they will calculate whether cost of borrowed funds, in that again of paid up capital is more feasible, or cost of reserve is more feasible, cost of profit is more feasible, or cost of deposit, which is more feasible, that they will study. Based on that, the particular bank is going to select a particular source, right? So cost of funds is the foremost important factor which every bank will determine while selecting a source of bank's fund. Then cost, interest rate risk, right? The interest rate risk, what they are going to pay, whether if interest rate is very high, for example, if they are collecting money through debentures, generally in debentures interest rate will be very high, very high. And when interest rate is high, the bank will not go in that favor. Instead of that, they will go for deposits, because maximum they can pay up to 9 or 10%. If they are selecting the debentures or bonds, they may have to pay around 15% return to the customers. So they will try to avoid these all things. They will see about this particular thing: cost, interest rate, risk. Then yield of funds, that which particular source will provide them more return, that they will select, right? Based on the time, suppose some customers are depositing for fixed deposits and the time is also more, right? 8 years, 9 years, or 10 years. So those funds are accepted by the banks, right, rather than going for some short term investments. So the yield on funds or return on the funds, which fund is giving you more return, which kind of source is giving you more return, that bank will study it. Then spread, the time, for how many years it is spread. If you are source of fund, for how many years it is going to benefit you, that bank will see. Suppose if they are selecting deposits as the important source, right, no doubt deposit is the important source, right? If they are investing more from the deposits, or if they are collecting more from the deposits, what is the spread and how long it is going to benefit the bank, that they will study. Similarly, if they are going to select borrowed funds, so how long the borrowed funds are going to help the bank, that they will study. And similarly, level of technology, right? What is the level of technology involved in the collection of the particular source of fund, that they will study. The level of technology used for deposit is different, the level of technology used for the collection through the paid up capital is different, right? So the level of technology for different all these sources is different, right? If you require more advanced technology on particular source, so you have to spend more money on that again, right? So here the bank will try to avoid that also. The nature of deposits, right? What type of deposits customers are doing, right? If they are doing time deposits more, or in other branch they are doing current deposits more, some other branch they are doing savings deposits more, nature of the deposit is different in all the branches. So that will also determine your source of funds. The reason is, suppose in one branch you may find that there are more number of current deposits are there. So in another branch of the bank you can find that there are more number of fixed deposits, right? The difference, what will happen in these two branches, right? The branch where fixed deposits are more, there they get more number of time for the investments, they can provide more number of loan, that particular branch, right? More loan to the customers. And the branch where current deposits and saving deposit amount is more, there what happens is that they can't give more amount of loan as the other branch is giving. The reason is that anytime a customer may come, because it is current deposit and saving deposits, time restriction is not there. He can withdraw money through ATM, he can do online transactions, or he can come to a bank for withdrawal of money. So the nature of deposits will determine the cost of source of banking funds, right? So these are a few of the important sources, right? If cost of funds, cost, interest rate risk,